Okay, the idea is liberals go up, conservatives go down, and then the more libertarian you are, go that way, and the more totalitarian you are, you go this way. So tell me about Ryan. We can't figure out where Ryan, because we think the closer you get here, the closer you get to Washington and the muddy, they'll do anything, so you can't really tell.
Yeah, it's hard because Paul Ryan, who I've known fairly well, he's well read in the classical liberal tradition. He understands growth, he understands limited government and the Constitution. But as he has risen the ladder in Washington, D.C., he's sort of given away more principles. And
right.
you get sucked into this, which is kind of the Death Star of Washington. It sucks the principles right out of you.
So where does you think he's accurately placed there?
I would cut both these guys a little more slack. I'd put him over with Pat Toomey.
And does Pat Toomey belong there?
I think so.
Okay. You agree with everybody over here?
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, you're talking about small L libertarians. Even Jim DeMint has started this interesting dialogue with the Ron Paul guys because I think he understands that the future has got to be about freedom. Mike Lee, very principled guy. All these guys, they haven't been corrupted yet.
Right.
But there's a community of safety here because they're not alone anymore, and I think that these guys can bring.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Once you get over here, you're kind of okay.
Yeah.
And the farther you get away from this, and I don't mean to put her, we just didn't have any more chance. She wouldn't go down with her. Orrin Hatch.
Orrin Hatch has had a rehabilitation of himself.
So where do you put him?
I still put him there.
Here on the conservative side?
Yeah, I think you could do that now.
Or actually, more libertarian. I'm sorry. Yeah, more.
Yeah, he has a
totalitarian side
streak.
Where do you think he belongs, Chris Christie?
I don't think anybody knows. I think he's deciding who he is, maybe for political purposes, and that kind of philosophy doesn't get you very far.
What about these guys? Do you think they go? Because I think all of these guys kind of go right in the middle here, where I don't know what they believe in at all. I don't know.
Now, I'm not a fan of McCain or Graham, and I happen to think that they're neocons and that they think
they go over here,
that they know a little bit better than the rest of us.
I agree.
And they're willing to use the power of government to do that.
Would you say Newt is the worst of them?
I don't know if he's the worst, but he's.
Anybody worse than him on this board?
No.
Okay.
These are the Republicans that tend towards big government.
Yeah, because you have over here. I mean, Bloomberg. He claims whatever he claims, but I don't think he's. I mean, he is. He's a fascist. I mean, he's got the state power,
right,
and he'll execute it. He's probably the worst in practice right now. Do you think? Is there anybody worse in practice who has the state power and is acting on it besides? I mean, these two.
Right. Yeah, they're
just
they're acting the same way. One has a bigger hammer than the other.
Right. And then you get to full-fledged communists. Anybody here that you think we have wrong? Of course, we had the good doctor on. He's a great guy, but it was so funny. We had him on Thursday last week,
yeah.
And I said, "Where are you?" And he said, "Right at the Constitution." So he put himself on there, but then he started talking about gun control. So I think he's got to be.
He lost it there.
He lost it on gun control. He's got to be a little away from the Constitution.
I read a lot of Hayek, and he really helped me think about this world. And those who think they can do things like gun control, even with the best in their hearts, don't understand that there's only so much you can do from the top down. You can't change people's hearts.
Got to change it from your heart. Back in a minute. Thanks.